Vacation is over and it's time to reset. So in this vlog, I'm going to show you how I reset once I get back from vacation. So if you've been following me, you know that I've been on a health journey, and so it is really important for me to get back on track and to reset. When I'm on vacation, I do indulge. I'm human and I like to have fun. So I don't necessarily eat on my plan just because it's very, very difficult to do based on the foods that I have to eat at different days of the week. It's really, really hard. I find that even if I try to, when I go to restaurants, 80% of the meal is going to be within range of my plan, and there's a small percentage that won't be. So instead of just stressing about it, I just go with the flow. I really don't get caught up in trying to be precise or exact. And I'm on vacation. I want to have a good time. I don't go off the rails. I really don't go crazy at all. But there are things that I will introduce into my diet that I like, but that I don't normally eat. So when I get back, though, there are things that I do to ensure that I stay on track. So there are three things. The first thing that I do is on my way back, if I'm driving, if I've driven, I will go to the grocery store immediately and I will get my groceries, or I will have them delivered and I'll create my market basket on the way home and have that delivered. The second thing that I do is when I get home, I will unpack immediately. I don't wait. I don't sit down and lounge and relax. I really try to get it out of the way. I didn't used to be that way, but I find that by doing that, it frees up my time and allows me to really relax in a few hours versus like constantly looking at my luggage and getting stressed out that it's still sitting there. You know what I mean? I try to really knock that out. I also try to get a little bit of laundry done, especially the stuff that I took with me on vacation. I like to just get that cleaned up. And then the third thing that I do is that I do some meal prep. Depending on how many days of vacation I have left while I'm home, I might do it all in one day or I might spread it out. So in this video, I'm going to show you all three steps, and I'm going to show you all the things that I do to reset and just get myself back on track, you know, kind of jolt myself, catapult myself back to the reality of my world. So it just means that I really have to get back on my plan and just get organized. It really helps calm me down and just gets my mindset back where it needs to be. So let's get started. Okay, now first things first, let's get unpacked. So I'm not gonna lie, it's always daunting to me. I always look at it and go, oh my gosh, but I've got about 4 bags to unpack. I'm not a light packer, especially if we drive to our destination. It's sort of like in my mind, I feel like I can take more stuff versus if I were flying, I wouldn't obviously have as much stuff, but we drove to Southern California, so I could just bring all my creature comforts. And it's not that I'm high maintenance, it's just that I like certain things and I'm like, you know, just bring it all. Why not? So I'm going to show you now, and then I'm going to put it all away and get that task out of the way. This is the last dreaded piece that I do when I get back from vacation. Because most of the time I'm vlogging it, so I've got to put all this equipment back. It's actually not hard, it goes pretty fast, so let's get her done. Empty! Okay, so I'm all unpacked. That was pretty easy to do. It didn't take very long, but it's done. And it didn't even take me an hour to do all of that. So the next thing that I want to do is unpack the food that I got. So I'm going to have to also clean out my fridge. So I kind of set like little rules for myself. Like I don't want to get completely overwhelmed or like then all of a sudden I have the tendency, if I start something, I can get aggro and then just start like task. And you know that I've been working on this. So I've already set some ground rules for myself. I had to unpack, I had to go to the grocery store, I do have to put the food away, and I do have to clean my fridge out, because just doing those things really just calms me, and it just makes me feel like I've got it all together, sort of. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then what I'm going to do is completely relax. I'm going to take a shower and go into the garden and see, you know, what's happened in the course of 4 days. Maybe nothing. And just relax. Got my clothes put away, got all my equipment put away, and now it's time to move into the kitchen. So this part should not take me very long at all. Tops 1 hour to do everything here. Again, I'm not going to meal prep tonight. I'm just going to, that's my refrigerator telling me to close the door. But what I want to do first, I've cleaned everything out. I've taken out the food that's gone bad, unfortunately. I won't show you that, but now I'm going to wipe down and then get it ready, and then I'll show you what I got for the week. So let's get it cleaned up. Okay, so the next thing that I'm moving on to is, don't judge. I've got all my groceries on the counter, but I just have to have my refrigerator clean and my sink clean and my dishwasher loaded before I can move on. I don't know, but let's do it. I'm ahead of the game this week, so let me show you what I got at the grocery store. Okay, so first things first, over on this side here, I buy a ton of chicken breast so that I can grill it for the week, and then I end up freezing it, and then I portion it out, and then I take out what I need, but I grill a good chunk of it for the week before, like on a Sunday, I'll do that. I've also been on a kick where I make these, I buy this bone-in, chicken breast with the bone in, and then I roast it on Sunday nights with a bunch of veggies, and it'll last us for maybe 2 to 3 days. So I have dinner ready for, like, you know, a Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes Wednesday, which is really nice, and it's delicious. So I got some of that. I'm going to do that. And then I was craving pork chops, and so they had these really nice ones from a local farm that I really like. So I got some of those for dinner tonight. And then I got my standard spring mix for the week for salads, and then spinach for smoothie. I got some fresh burrata for that. I got some grilled chicken. I like this chicken, this Mary's organic chicken. I'm gonna actually make little small patties, since I have to eat so much protein on my plan. And I don't really necessarily like having beef jerky all the time. So if I make these little patties, I can just pop these guys versus having beef jerky. So I've got some of that. And then my haul after that is just a ton of fruits and vegetables. So I've got some fennel bulb that I'm gonna put in my chicken roast that I make. Green onion, because I just need those all the time. I got a ton of carrots for my roasted situation that I'm gonna make. I got 1 cucumber. I needed more, but they weren't very good. I got zucchini. I needed more, but again, they weren't very good. I got some asparagus that I love, and then I got. I'm gonna make some pickled red onions. I got some yellow beets for my roasted chicken. I like yellow because the red, it just looks kind of gross sometimes on the chicken. So I get the yellow beets. Got that. And then I got a whole bag of mushrooms for my riced cauliflower dish that I'm going to make. Got that. And then, let's see, what else did I get? So I'm trying to get all my veggies out of the way. Oh, I got some fresh basil for the dish I'm going to make with the burrata tonight. And then I got my my heirloom tomatoes. I'm going to make that. And then I think I'm going to put some fresh avocado on that as well to make it really nice and decadent. So I've got some of those. And then here's my fruit. I got navel. I've been on this orange kick. I don't know what it's all about, but I got my oranges and my favorite strawberries from the company that I love, Tomatero. And then I got half a cantaloupe. And the reason why, even though it costs a little bit more to buy them cut in half, I do that because I'm guaranteed that I'm going to eat it. Sometimes when I get a whole one, I don't finish it, so I just pay the extra and make sure that I do eat it, which I will. And then I got a ton. I got like 6 avocados. I love avocado. That. And then I got red cabbage. I love red cabbage, so it got me some of that. And then, which makes me so happy, I got nectarines. I hope they're good, but they should be. We should be in season now. So I got a ton of nectarines. And I also got some peaches, which makes me so happy when you go to the grocery store and you start seeing peaches and nectarines and stuff. I wanted to get some cherries, but they were really expensive. And I actually have a cherry tree at the front of my house, but it's not going to be, they won't be ripe until late July, August. So I didn't buy them because they were like $7 a pound. And I thought, hold on, Elvia, in a few weeks, I'm gonna have so many cherries on my tree that I literally walk, my husband and I walk around our neighborhood and we give them away to our neighbors because it's easily over 30, 50 pounds of cherries. It's a lot of cherries. So I didn't buy them. I just couldn't justify spending $7. My husband has a great saying. He says, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I love that expression. It really applies to so many things. But anyway, I got my peaches and I'm really excited. I hope they're not mushy. There's nothing worse than mushy peaches. Incredible. It's beautiful. So I got back from enjoying a really fun time in the city with my husband, and we did a little bit of shopping, personal shopping, and it was fun. But now it's time for me to hunker down and start my food prep. It won't take me very long, but it is really critical for my week, for me being successful and for staying on my plan. And in this case, it's going to help me reset or repair what I've done while I was on vacation. So I'm going to grill my chicken. I'm gonna make my quinoa for the week. I'm gonna make a batch of hummus. I'm going to wash and prep my veggies and my fruit. I don't necessarily make my salads or my meals for the week. I like them to be really, really fresh. So I just like to have things prepped so that I can throw them together. And sometimes I change what I want to have in my salad. So I like to have the flexibility to do that. I'm also going to figure out what I want to eat during the week. Sometimes I do that before I go grocery shopping and sometimes I don't, only because I don't really deviate. I'm pretty boring and I keep it really, really simple during the week. It's really a protein, a vegetable, and depending on the day, it will include a complex carb. So it's not like I have to plan an elaborate meal, but I do like to think about and plot in my head what I'm going to have, because maybe I don't have a vegetable that I want to eat. I don't know, but I kind of like to get an idea. So I also need to do that. And then when I'm done, I'm going to start on dinner. And for dinner tonight, I'm going to make grilled chicken. I'm going to make heirloom tomatoes with burrata cheese and pesto. Burrata cheese is not on my plan, but I've given myself one more day of my vacation to eat off plan. So I really like to enjoy the flavors of spring and summer. So I'm going to have that, and I'm also going to make some grilled asparagus and add a little side of quinoa to that. So that'll be dinner for tonight. So let's get started. Okay, so that is a wrap. I just completed all of my food prep and I'm so happy about that. It just makes me feel so, at peace. Like I don't know, I get anxious whenever I go on vacation because I'm not always able to eat the way that I want to eat. And I don't try to, honestly, I do try to indulge, but there are some meals that I would like to eat on plan, but it's really, really hard just because there are so many ingredients that I just can't have. And I just don't want to be that person, like, ordering all kinds of exclusions on my meal. So I just deal with it. And I try to do the best that I can. But when I come back, it's really important for me to get back on track. And so that's why this food prep was really important for me to jump right in. Okay, so I've pretty much done everything that I need to do to make sure that I'm successful when I get back into my work week and just my overall routine. You've seen me do all the things that I said I was going to do, and I'm pretty much done. I also managed to sneak some fun in. I like to do something fun before I go back to work. So I've done all of that. But there are a few things that I also do that really ensures that everything goes smoothly when I do get back into the office. So I think that some of it may be a little controversial to some, but I'm going to let you be the judge. So let's check it out. Okay, so the last few things that I do to reset once I'm done with my vacation, I mentioned that it would be controversial, and maybe it is to some, but hear me out and hear why I do what I do. So one of the things that I do, or a couple of things, is that I actually log into my desktop at work, and I actually log on to my calendar, and I actually check my emails. I know. But I don't do it to get a jump start on my work week. That's really not why I'm doing it. I really do it so that I can organize myself and I can organize my personal life. So in other words, how many days am I working in the office? How many days do I need to go in earlier than normal? How many days am I working late, and maybe I'm going to have an issue with getting dinner prepared, or a healthy dinner? So I'm really looking at that. So I'm going to share my calendar, but I just want to say that this isn't my real calendar. I really want to protect the privacy of the company that I work for, and I want to protect the innocent. So let's look at my calendar and let me show you. So I'm looking at my calendar. Monday, I'm not at work. I'm here with you. But looking at Tuesday and Thursday, I have 2 meetings that will require me to be in the office, and they both start at 9 o'clock in the morning. My commute is pretty bad, so this means that for these meetings I will have to join the regular commute. I won't be able to leave a little later. Because I have to be in at 9. So that means that I have to prepare in advance. I have to get my lunch ready, my breakfast. I have to really have an idea of what I'm going to eat. And if I want to work out, I've got to make sure that I fit that in. And then I also like to get my clothes ready so that I don't have a fashion attack the morning that I'm trying to get ready. I hate when that happens. But it looks like on Tuesday I can leave at 4 o'clock. We're allowed to also leave earlier to avoid traffic, and I can come back home and log back on and finish out my day. And it looks like on Thursday I will also be able to leave a little early, between 3:30 and 4, to avoid traffic, and then again I'll come home and log back on. But Wednesday and Friday I can work from home. So all of this is telling me that I have 2 days where I have to really get up early and get things ready and prepared in advance. And I don't have any days where I need to prepare a dinner in advance. That's what this is telling me, which is really nice, because it's one less meal prep thing that I have to do, because I already do so much. I don't like to add any more. So that's what this is telling me. The last thing I do is I check to see if I'm a presenter when I'm back in the office on Tuesday for any of these meetings, and I'm not. But typically I would have already prepared for that before I left on vacation. So this is pretty much a standard week for me. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. And so it's actually a pretty good week. So I can rest knowing, peace of mind, that this is a good week and that I don't have anything major, but we do have some good meetings that I'm looking forward to. So that's always nice to come back from vacation to a really good work week. So I'm really pleased about that. The last thing that I do, and I won't show the email, but I've already gone through my inbox, and I'm one of those people that needs to have their inbox clean. It's something about it. It's like when you cook, like I'm that person that, like, when I cook, I need to make sure that my kitchen is clean before I start. That's just the way that I am. And I'm the same way with my inbox. So I've already gone through and I've deleted out stuff that is like ad hoc reporting that gets auto-generated. I've deleted that stuff out of my inbox, and then stuff where I've been CC'd as an FYI, I've either filed it away or I've deleted it because it doesn't mean anything. Message was received, nothing more to do. And then the last batch of emails I go through, and I've already created labels in Outlook. It's a really great tool. I have labels and I label things. And I label them in the order of priority, like something that needs my immediate attention, something that it does need my attention but it's not immediate, by team member, that kind of a thing. So I've already gone through and done that. There was nothing that was urgent that I needed to address immediately. There were no fire drills. There's things that I do need to take care of when I get back, but there's nothing major. So all of this for me is just such peace of mind. I can't even explain it, but it's counterintuitive, right? I mean, you would think logging in would stress you out, but it doesn't for me. It just really helps ground me and makes me feel so prepared and ready to enter back into my work week. So that's why I do it. So the last thing that I do is kind of like the final thing, and it kind of, for me, just kind of solidifies vacation is over. It's time to get back on track. So let's check that out. So vacation is over, and the last thing that I do that kind of snaps me back mentally is that I get myself back into a movement routine. Notice I didn't say workout, it's a movement routine. Basically, I just got to move my body. But typically when I'm on vacation, I end up walking a lot more than I would when I'm not on vacation. It's funny how that is. But I walk a lot. But I also give myself permission not to work out while I'm on vacation. I don't kid myself that I'm going to take, my cycling shoes to jump on a hotel Peloton, or running shoes because I'm going to go running. I really give myself permission to be on vacation and to take a break from everything. I don't go off the rails with food when I'm on vacation. So it's not really about that. I just really allow myself just to be and just to relax. But when I come back, I do like to get movement in. I will either go start back on my structured walks, or I'll jump on my Peloton. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some weight training, and I've really been enjoying this YouTube channel called Life with C, and I'll put the information up on either side here. She's a much older woman. She's about my age. She's in her 50s, I believe, early 50s, early to mid 50s. And she's all about lifting heavy weights. So as you get older, studies now have shown that it's actually beneficial to lift very heavy weights versus not heavy weights. It's very good for you, and to eliminate all the HIIT workouts, because HIIT workouts, especially when you're in menopause or entering menopause, alters your cortisol levels. It raises them, and when your cortisol levels are raised, that's definitely not good for older women. So I really have been enjoying her workouts. I also like the fact that she doesn't talk. She puts all the information up on the screen, and she gives you some prompts so you know when you need to start the next movement, and she shows you how to do the movement. She talks over her video, which I really like. I especially like the fact that she doesn't cheerlead. That's just me. I just don't. It's kind of annoying when someone is like chanting affirmations, or like, I don't know. It ends up annoying me. If I'm working really hard, I just kind of want to be in my zone. So I really like the fact that she doesn't do that. I know I feel like I sound like a terrible person, but I don't like it. So I really like her a lot, and she is incredibly fit and strong. She's really, like, talk about goals. I mean, she looks incredibly strong. And she's just a really wonderful person. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's like the final step that really snaps me back into reality. So, there you have it. I've shared everything that I do to reset when I come back. I feel really well prepared. I'm going to get this workout in, then I'm going to jump in the shower, and then I feel like I'm ready to face my work week, and I feel organized about it, so I don't have any anxiety around it. Do I want to go back to work? No. Would I rather be on vacation? Sure. But of course, I'm a working girl, so I've got to get back to work. So I try to figure out how to make that as easy and as comfortable as possible. So as always, thank you for watching, and I just do have a favor to ask. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out tremendously, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.